The officer was pronounced dead. 20. Doctors had tried everything. Injections, defibrillators, even emergency surgery, but nothing worked. His pulse was gone, his body still. The room was silent until a German shepherd suddenly burst through the door. His claws scraped against the floor, his barks fierce, echoing off the walls. "Get him out," someone shouted, but the dog refused to move. He leapt toward the hospital bed, pawing and growling at his partner's chest as if trying to pull him back from death itself. Confusion turned to chaos. Then one young doctor noticed a faint irregularity where the dog kept barking. A hidden injury, no scan, had shown. What happened next would stun every doctor in that room, because the dog wasn't panicking. He was saving a life. Before we start, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. And really, I'm curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country name in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. The city streets shimmered under the glow of red and blue lights. Officer Mark Jensen gripped the steering wheel tightly, his eyes locked on the fleeing suspect ahead. "Rex, stay alert," he muttered, glancing at the German shepherd beside him. The dog growled softly, muscles tense, ready to spring into action. Moments later, the suspect's car screeched around a corner, crashing into a barricade. Mark slammed the brakes, leaped out, and sprinted toward the wreck that a faint cry echoed from the chaos. A young boy, trapped in the crossfire. Without a second thought, Mark rushed forward, shielding the child as an explosion tore through the air. The blast threw him backward, his body slamming against the pavement. Pain seared through his chest. Rex barked frantically, dragging himself toward his fallen partner. Blood trickled from Mark's arm, his breathing shallow. Sirens wailed in the distance. "Hang on, buddy," a paramedic shouted as they lifted Mark onto a stretcher. But Rex refused to move, teeth bared, eyes locked on his partner's still face as the ambulance doors closed. Rex howled a deep, mournful sound that echoed through the night. He didn't know it yet, but his partner's fight for life had only just begun. The hospital corridors buzzed with tension as paramedics rushed. Officer Mark Jensen through the emergency doors. Multiple fractures, internal bleeding, pulse dropping fast. One shouted. Nurses moved swiftly, attaching monitors, oxygen masks, and, for lines, Rex, held back by security, barked and struggled, refusing to be separated. His cries echoed through the sterile hallway, piercing the hearts of everyone who heard them. Hours passed, each one heavier than the last. The team of 20 doctors worked relentlessly, performing tests, injections, and shock therapy. Yet Mark's body wasn't responding. The once steady beeps of the heart monitor grew weaker, slower, uncertain. "We've done everything," murmured the lead surgeon, pulling off his gloves. "There's nothing more we can do." The words hit like thunder in a silent room. Outside the glass window, Rex sat motionless, his eyes fixed on his partner's still form. His ears drooped and a soft whimper escaped his throat. One young nurse, unable to bear it, whispered the others, "Let him in, just once." Moments later, Rex padded quietly into the room. The machines beeped faintly, the air thick with sorrow. As he approached the bed, his nose brushed Mark's hand. The lifeless officer didn't move, but Rex could sense something no one else could. The quiet hum of hospital machines filled the room. As Rex stood beside the bed, his gaze fixed on Mark's pale face. For a moment, everything was still. Then the German shepherd tilted his head, sniffing the air with sharp precision. Something was off. His ears perked and a low growl rumbled in his chest. Nurses exchange nervous glances. He's just scared. One whispered, but Rex wasn't scared. He was sensing something invisible to them all. He circled the bed, nose twitching, until he stopped near Mark's chest. His growl deepened. Suddenly, he barked. Once, twice, louder each time, refusing to stop. What's wrong with him? Doctor snapped, startled by the intensity. The nurse reached to pull Rex away, but the dog jerked free, pressing his muzzle against Mark's left side, whining anxiously. The heart monitor flickered, a sudden, erratic spike. Everyone froze. Rex barked again, more urgently, his eyes locked on one spot, beneath Mark's ribs. Check his vitals. Again, said a young intern, curiosity overtaking fear. Another nurse grabbed a scanner, running it over the indicated area. The room fell silent as data began to appear on the screen. Something wasn't right, a pattern they hadn't noticed before. The intern's voice trembled. Wait, there's something here. The young intern's hands trembled as she zoomed in on the scan. Doctor, look at this, she said, pointing to a faint shadow near Mark's left lung. The senior surgeon frowned. That wasn't there before. They ran another scan, this time focused exactly where Rex had been barking. The results flashed across the monitor, a small internal rupture, hidden deep behind a rib, slowly leaking. Blood, undetected, deadly. A stunned silence swept through the room. He wasn't reacting to grief. The nurse whispered, eyes wide. He was warning us. The lead doctor's pulse quickened. Get him prepped for surgery now. We might still have time. Within seconds, the emergency team sprang into action. The hallway lights flickered as Mark's stretcher rolled past. Surrounded by doctors and machines, Rex tried to follow, whining desperately until a nurse gently held him back. He pawed at the floor, pacing restlessly, ears perked toward the operating room. Inside, the surgeons moved fast, blood pressure dropping, oxygen unstable. Every second mattered. Clamp it now. Right there, the surgeon ordered. Sweat glistened under the harsh lights. Outside, Rex let out a low whimper, head resting against the door. The beeping monitors inside grew fainter, then flatlined for a terrifying moment. Everyone froze. The fight for Mark's life was hanging by a single heartbeat. The operating room pulsed with urgency. We're losing him. A nurse cried as the flatline echoed through the speakers. The lead surgeon's eyes darted to the scan Rex had led them to. No, we're not losing him today. Clamp now, he barked. Hands moved in perfect coordination. Suction, pressure, repair. Every second stretched like an eternity. Sweat dripped down foreheads. Gloves slick. With effort, then a flicker. The heart. Monitor beeped once. Then again. Pulses. Coming back, someone shouted. The tension shattered into relief. The room erupted in motion, stabilizing fluids, stitching the wound, restoring rhythm. The beeps grew steadier, stronger. The impossible had just happened. Outside, Rex lifted his head, ears twitching. He let out a low whine, sensing the change. Through the closed doors. Moments later, the surgeon stepped out, exhaustion written on his face, but a faint smile, breaking through. "He's alive," he said, softly. "That dog, he saved him." The hallway filled with gasps and quiet. Tears. Nurses looked at Rex like they were seeing something beyond comprehension. The German shepherd simply sat down, eyes fixed on the recovery room, tail flicking once against the floor. His mission wasn't over yet, but for now his best friend had a heartbeat again. The sun poured gently through the hospital blinds as Mark's eyelids fluttered open. The rhythmic beeping of machines filled the silence, but it was the soft weight near his arm that made him turn. There, lying patiently beside the bed, was Rex, eyes half open, head resting on his partner's hand. For a moment, Mark thought he was dreaming. Then Rex's tail thumped softly against the bed frame, and tears welled in Mark's eyes. Doctors entered, smiling. "Welcome back, Officer Jensen," said the surgeon. "You're one lucky man. That dog of yours, he's the reason you're alive." Mark blinked in disbelief as they explained how Rex's instincts had led them to the hidden rupture, something 20 doctors had missed. News of the miracle spread to the hospital. Staff and patients came to see the dog. They now